So my wife told me that she was really getting tired and angry of me singing "I'm a Believer" all the time. I thought she was joking. Then I saw her face. There's supposed to be a thing right here somewhere. I forgot that's Earl's job.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another AFoOL podcast. This is episode 123.
1, 2, 3.
Next one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, right? We are missing a key ingredient this week.
Earl, feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah. So hope he gets to feeling better. It's just not the same without Earl.
Nope. Well, Jason filled in for you last week, but
yeah,
we couldn't get a fill in. It's been too quick.
Yeah.
I think he was hoping to make it, Earl. So.
But it's okay, Earl. We'll fade in and out.
Good episode.
I guess there will be no material for what did Earl say this week.
Poor Jason. I'm gonna have to put my headphones on. Hang on.
Okay. Am I echoing?
I can hear you, but if I turn it up real loud, it'll start feedbacking. So now I'll be able to hear you better.
Okay.
Yay! Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Testing.
We really should do all that beforehand, right? So episode 123, and we've been fighting a tornado around here, so I haven't got everything pulled up.
So if you see the room just kind of go to one direction.
Well, here's the good news. If you see this video, if you're watching right now, we survived. If episode 123 doesn't make it to air, there's a question mark.
Yeah.
Could just be delayed. 123. You know, Lego used 123 a lot.
Oh, they did?
Well, they used like 12. Well, let me go back and look. So
there's only one set 1, 2, 3.
Right, but there is 4 sets 1, 2, 3, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. I don't know.
Like it's hard to when you search the brick set.
Yeah, so I'm having to scroll down, and
I have one.
Do you have one?
I have one.
Oh, well, let's see.
So first of all, was I about to drop in? Can you tell what's wrong with this?
What is wrong? Enter Europe.
So this is my copy of one of my copies of 1, 2, 3, but this one is not right.
Oh, the wheels are wrong.
Correct. I got the wheels. I was so disappointed, but guess what?
What? Second copy.
Yeah, second copy. And it was missing one wheel, and I was scrambling to find the other wheel set before we started filming today. So yeah, that's set 1, 2, 3. Into Europe. I don't know what that means. INT Europe.
Yeah, I'm going with Enter Europe. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was back when you could buy an individual train car. What year did this come out, Joey?
1969.
Wow.
It is as old as I am. 56 years old.
Yep.
Wow.
So that was the good things we got back in. Oh yeah, and it's got the.
It's crunchy.
You gotta love the vintage Lego crunch. So
you need to hold it up to your snowball mic, not your chest mic. Or are you wearing a chest mic? You're live. There you go.
It's just not loud enough.
There you go. And I talked over it. So.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Back when trains was, you could buy a bunch of different trains.
Yes. 4.5 era. So that was battery powered. Right?
No, they had 69 is when they started doing the. Okay. Also, you get 12 volt.
12
volt. I mean, this obviously it didn't matter.
Right.
These aren't the best rolling wheels in the world.
No,
no stickers.
No stickers. It was probably more expensive to print stickers back than it was to, because it was kind of an embossing type thing that they.
Yeah, let me see.
You can raise, yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's printed over the. Yeah, it's almost like you could scrape it off. It's nice.
It was more mechanical, whatever. However.
Yeah. Man, Mike, let's get the. Look at this. I don't know if let's see if it shows up. Right there.
Oh.
There's a gap.
Why is there a gap?
It's cellulose acetate. I guess
okay.
I guess they use some cellulose acetate in there, and that one clear brick isn't quite right. I'm gonna have to replace it. That's gonna bug me.
Does it have a tube in the middle, or is it?
Yeah, it's got a tube in the middle, but it is not. It is warped. Let me pull this. I don't know which one's warped. The one on top. Oh, man.
The one on the floor.
This is what it looks like now. Okay. Oh my goodness! Now I can't. Okay, here's my train now. So that piece, well, over here. Oh, all right. I better stop.
I was gonna say you're fixing to have a
set 1, 2, 3. after a tornado.
Yeah.
I thought the tornado was hitting your house. Apparently.
I thought so too. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
So how long can we keep this going?
I think
with the set numbers.
For a minute. For the 3 digits anyway. I don't know when the first one will be that we'll miss. So I found something interesting on eBay, and it's not necessarily super expensive. I know that kind of became our thing here for a minute. Or it may be rare. Let me get it pulled up here before I switch the screen over. But it really? Oh, I love technology. Let's just go straight to eBay and my account. Here it goes. Here we go. No, I do not want to bid on it. Oh, I did get an offer. Oh, I got an offer. Hey.
They lowered it to $70.
$70. Yeah, I can.
Oh, it's a pick-a-brick
drawer.
Does it come with the cups?
I don't know about it comes with any cups. It may come with 1 or 2.
Looks if it came, I need one more pick-a-brick cup. That's what they got rid of them before. I got one space left on my where I could use a. Oh, you need little cups. It's little.
I was gonna say, do you need big cups or little cups? I'll send you
big cups.
I got some.
Yeah, I just need one big cup and lid.
I'll send you one. I'll send it to you tomorrow if I don't blow away in the
tornado. You don't have to.
What? What are friends for? I just like the drawer. I think that is cool.
So you'd have to build something to put it in.
You would.
Does it slide out?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the other side of the drawer fixture. So you'd have to you'd probably have to pop those off and put new ones on.
You could, if you had the other part, then you could actually literally mount it like a drawer. Okay.
But I think you could probably pull that off. I think it's probably riveted on. You
could replace it with another one.
Yeah, they sell those at Home Depot.
Yeah.
So I don't know. $70. That's a big drawer too. That's deceiving. I bet you that's a foot tall. Well, how big are those cups? Like 6 inches? Yeah, I bet it's close
that big.
Yeah. They're that big right there, Joey. Duh. No, but I think that drawer's pretty big. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there you go. Things you find on eBay.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, it's interesting.
Yes.
But is it useful?
No. I think he has one. Let's see. He's got bicycles, license plates. Where did this guy come up with this? I think he has a blank one, which is there it is.
Oh, okay. He must do dumpster diving.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering is if they didn't clean out.
That one looks brand new. Like they never installed it.
Maybe it's clean on the front. That's for sure. I don't want the new. I would really like the other one better if it had a Lego logo on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, it doesn't have Lego on it.
It just says pick a brick.
That's a Lego It's not even Lego branded. Well, it's got. Is there a trademark in the fine print?
There might be. Let's see. Cups, associated details.
This is their own store. They may not have to put it on there.
Yeah, it doesn't say Lego or the Lego Group or anything. Ask an associate for details.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably going to not make it to my house, though.
I mean, what's the shipping on that? $40 just for
$40. Yeah, it's not making it to.
And that's about right. I mean,
probably would be. Probably. Well, I wonder. Surely that's UPS, not. Surely they didn't put that in the mail or wouldn't put it in the mail. Wow.
Yeah, the one thing I've always wanted, obviously, from the stores is the giant red brick.
Didn't you get like a? Didn't somebody?
Somebody got one.
Yeah.
Pictures of them getting it, and I was like, and in my store, the store that's close to me, they changed stores, and I'm sure something happened with that brick. I'm sure they put a new one in when they built the new store.
And I think they're getting smaller.
Yeah.
The first one I remember, because there's a picture of me and Cassie when Cassie was little, and it was
the brick itself is getting smaller.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it used to be a great big. It was I'm gonna say it's close to maybe 3.5 feet tall, and it was fiberglass, and it was like the whole brick inside, and it seems to be getting shorter. I got a series of pictures. I bet I could figure it out because Dakota's standing beside one and Cassie's standing beside one. And I just have to figure out when those pictures were because there's a chart over here where Cassie and Dakota have both stood and we've marked their heights over the years. So I could probably figure out exactly how tall it is. But the alarms are going off outside again.
Oh no. Hey. Red alert. Red alert.
So ship it ASAP.
Oh. Is that my note?
That's
so I've had time to think about this.
Okay.
So it's something I get this comment a lot when somebody will place an order and it'll either, can you mail this today? Can you overnight this? Can you ship it fast?
Right.
And I'm like, or like, I need this weekend. They order it on Thursday. I need it this weekend. Do you think it'll be here? And I'm like, no, it won't. But I should I have had time to think about this. And instead of being annoyed, I think I understand in general why people might do this because of the experience like what you had where you like somebody doesn't respond.
Right.
Or you place an order and you're like, are they ever going to ship this?
Right.
Are they ever going to mark it shipped?
Right.
And so I don't know if that's more common than people that are like us that we're anxious to get the parts out as quickly as possible. If it's placed normally, if the order is placed in the morning, it'll be out that afternoon. But with my post office, it doesn't really matter because they pick the mail up in the morning.
Right.
So even if I get it there in the afternoon, it's not going to be picked up by their mail carrier until the next day anyway.
That's the same with me. Yeah. So almost everything that I ship, the only time that I don't ship, like if I get an order tonight or even in the morning, it will probably get put out before I go to work or whatever, depending on which schedule I'm on. It'll probably go. And like you said, my mail carrier, my post office there, it's not going to the next place till the next day anyway. But the weekend, my thing says on there that I don't ship on the weekend. I might.
Yeah. I say that too. I say I don't ship on Saturday, but pretty much every Saturday.
Well, you have to explain to some people you can't ship on Sunday either. I can take it to the post office, but it don't mean anybody's going to be there to pick it up. So, like you were talking about the package that I got, or haven't got yet. Let that sink in. So we're 3 or 4 episodes in, so we're 6-8 weeks. I ordered I forgot what it was. I ordered now. It's the base station.
It's the space set.
Yeah, the black is a BrickTrains one.
Is it the big BrickTrains set?
Yeah, it's the big one. It's the one you were going to part together.
Yeah.
And I got one out of Hungary. Well, the guy took forever to answer me.
Mm-hmm.
Then he answered me and said, yeah, okay, let me go through it again and make sure the pieces that I say are there because there's some expensive pieces in there. And the pieces that he's missing are kind of common. I think there's one wedgie trans piece that it shouldn't be a big deal, but so he finally did that, and then a few days, and then he gives me a price, which is okay because he may have to go somewhere to figure out the price. And it's a student because he said he was taking his exams.
Oh,
yeah. So it takes another couple of weeks once he talks to me to actually ship it and get me a tracking number. And then I get the tracking number, and the tracking number says, "Yep, we're waiting on the package," or got the package, can't remember. And then it sits because it come from Hungary, so it sat there for a while to get all the way to New York, which took it a week or so. That's not abnormal, really. It goes from New York to Chicago.
Okay, that's good.
Sort of, except it's not towards us. It really should have probably gone to Louisville or Indianapolis, but it went to Chicago. And then it's set in Chicago. It moved yesterday from Chicago. It showed up in Evansville, which would be my closest hub, since the 21st of March. So it's set in Chicago for that long.
Oh.
A week and a half or whatever it was. Yeah. It gets to my house today. Me and Heather are out eating lunch. And we get a ring notification. Somebody rang our doorbell, and I'm like, "Oh, what's going on?" I see it's the lady, and she's wanting me to sign, and she's banging on the door. She hit the door. Right. Yeah, so I hit the button. I said, "I'm sorry, we're not home." She said, "It'll be at the post office tomorrow." I was like, "Okay." So I got to go get it tomorrow. But it's basically been since like January.
Yeah. So it makes me wonder if other people had this experience. So you got the two extremes,
right?
You got the people that sell infrequently or they're in school. And I mean, I've seen other people that do YouTube videos that have forgotten that they got orders.
Gosh.
And got their store banned because they didn't fulfill the orders.
Oh.
And then the big sellers who get dozens to more orders a day, it may take them 2 or 3 days to get that's completely fine in my opinion. If it takes you 3 days from the order's place to get it in the mail, that's within.
Yeah.
Actually, you're only required to respond within 3 days.
Right. Yeah. However long it takes you to, and that's why all the stores have terms of service, the splash screens and stuff. I know a couple people that I don't really know them, but I've dealt with them, and they'll say, "Hey, look, I'm retired. I don't get out. I ship on Thursday."
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I'm cool with that because I'm not in a hurry. And if I'm in a hurry, I'm going to try and find another store that I will probably have to pay more for. Somebody that does, a priority mail. How many times have you got something and you paid priority mail and then they still took 3 days to actually ship the priority mail?
Oh, goodness. There's no point in even having
the priority mail. Yeah. I'm like, why?
Yeah. So I bought, I don't think I did an unboxing of this. I believe it or not, I haven't been doing hauls on everything I get, even though, you know why?
Why?
I think people might be really tired of seeing the same haul over and over again.
Oh, yeah.
And so I ordered one from Wild Bricks or whatever they're called now. They're actually only about an hour away from me.
Mm-hmm.
I literally could drive down there if I wanted to waste 2 hours out of my day. I could drive down there and pick it up because I think she offers pickup. But I'm like, why would I do that? Because the gas would be more than the postage. So
sure,
she shipped it like very fast, which it didn't matter to me. It took like 12 days to get here. It went to the wrong post office.
Oh,
then had to go back to the distribution center, and then it didn't sit as long as yours did, but it was just kind of funny. I was like, this is coming from just right down the street, basically, and they sent it all around Georgia to get it to me. And I look at it, and the label's perfect. The label on the envelope is perfect. It's like there's no reason for this thing to go all the way around Georgia before it got here.
It kind of feels to me that the post office is struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Indianapolis, because it kind of ran in the news. It made it to our local news that there's somebody, I'm assuming a postal worker, took video, which is probably a major no-no. But they had those big carts just full, stacked everywhere, and then they were bringing in what we call, where we work, like a Gaylord box, which is just a great big box that most of the time plastic pellets in. You'll see them like Amazon returns, those big giant boxes, just full of mail. And they said, Indianapolis is like months behind trying to get all their stuff cleared up. And I'm like, oh, please don't go to Indianapolis then. Whatever I ship out or coming in, don't go to Indianapolis.
Depending on how big your post office is, that's probably like every day they could have a bunch of mail. It doesn't mean just because you got stacks of mail doesn't mean.
This looked like it was abnormal.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it looked abnormal, but
yeah,
you're right. They could be going through a lot of mail, and maybe they do clear it out in a couple of days. I don't know. Hey, if you're a postal carrier or mail person, let us know. Is that normal?
Yeah. All I got to say is my post office, I specifically, like, I have a P.O. box. Mm-hmm. I love the 3 women. I mean, I guess that's the postal clerks the postmaster they're great. Yeah. They know me. Mm-hmm. I can walk in and say, oh, we got a package for you here. Like sometimes they'll just give me stuff like
right, instead of putting a P.O. box.
Yeah, or whatever. And so it's like if I have a package that I sent to somebody that has a problem, which occasionally happens, I'll have them check because their internal system is better than what you see online.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I was getting real close to going up there and having them pull that tracking number up for the international. And it was an international, so but I would assume as soon as it hit their system that, like you said, it's going to have the better tracking and they can see more things. They can also put in requests and stuff.
Yeah.
So they can flag it.
I mean, I had a package that apparently before I had a Ring doorbell got stolen off of my porch, or the postal carrier lied because they showed it scanned, like they investigated it and they showed the package scanned with the GPS in front of my house. Like she scanned it and she was on my property when she scanned it.
Yeah.
But it was never there.
And like you said, you know your postal, the people. Well, you don't live in the same.
I don't. Well, see, the people that deliver to my house is a whole different thing than my post office that I like to go to. I had a package. My wife was here. I look at the thing, says the tracking, because I knew it was going to be delivered that day. And they didn't deliver it. It said unavailable, and it's one I had to sign for. And I go to the post office, and then the guy was nice, but it took them forever to find it. I said, dude, it's a large box that's Frankenstein together. I can show you a picture of what the box looks like.
Right.
It took him a while to find it. He found it, and he's like, the guy didn't even take it. And I'm like, I know. Like, he didn't even he came to my house and left the thing that you're, first notice. He didn't he didn't ring the doorbell.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's enough ranting about the postal service.
Post office. Actually, I kind of like our post office, but yeah. What other options were we even going to have anyway?
But just to let anybody know, if you buy from my store, if there's going to be a delay, I will tell you. If I go out of town or something, I usually close the store. If I'm not going to be available to pick orders, I close the store. But we do ship as soon as we can. I hate once an order's placed, excuse me, it's like OCD in a way.
Yeah.
I got to get this order packed.
Yes.
I was watching years ago. I was watching another Brick in the Bucket, and they if you got a big store, you need to take off days, and they usually don't pick on the weekend. But I was like, oh, if you go the whole weekend without picking orders.
But you gotta not look at your email or look at your computer and go, you can't know they're there. Yeah, I'd be the same way. So let's talk about the number 700. So we got tagged in a Instagram post, which was kind of a Kaz tag. Yeah, and that's fine. I have no issues with that at all. About what was it?
A canister. She had the picture of 2 canisters.
Yeah. Well, it was actually somebody else that had. Yeah, and she commented. They had this one. Actually, they had a smaller version of this.
Yeah,
There it is.
And the thing is, there's so many different versions of those canisters. Were they even exactly the same ones that you have right here?
No, they're not. This
smaller.
was one of them because it was the 700
0.
Yeah,
700/0.
Now this one, was smaller, but it's 700. So these two are the same, but they're different, right? But here's the thing about 700. Hang on,
it's the 700 Club.
Yeah. I got everything got moved around because
I think I just bought a 700.
Did you? I moved everything around because I thought Heather was getting ready to be down here for the storms. Where's the thing?
Yeah,
these are all 700. Now some of them are 701. So check this one out. I love this little set.
Oh yeah,
I love that. And that's a Christensen family too. Some of them.
Yeah, like you're going to build anything on the box with that.
Right. Yeah. You might get that.
Oh, there's the little house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you need a picture of that?
That would be something that I could make in 6 times the size, Bill.
Oh,
I've been wanting to build a building.
That would be awesome.
Without it doesn't have sloped window roof. I mean, sloped roof, so I could.
No, it doesn't. So yeah, I love these little boxes. But Lego used. This is what 706.
They're somewhere around what 30.
Oh, if you go into BrickTsar, it'll just drive you crazy. And then look, here is Lego. So this matches the other canister. Here's the 700s. So this is 703. Okay. And let's see.
So you could get it in a box or a canister.
Could get it in a box or a canister. The canisters, I think, well, they're associated with Switzerland for some reason. I don't know why. But then here, look at it. Here's 703A.
And they put the letters.
Yeah, and it's essentially the same set. It's got less bricks, but it's essentially the same set.
Do you see that? There's a picture of a room full of women, mostly packing these.
Packing those, yes.
Yeah, these are all hand packed.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine that was being your job to checkerboard that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of liked your response though. It was classic. It was classic BrickTsar.
Well, the first thing I saw was what set number is it?
It's 700.
I said it right on the box. 700. But in fairness to them,
yes,
they don't know. Is this the set number? Is this something else? Because
if you don't know, you don't know, right? And I think that person is in Canada.
The slash sign there. What's that for?
And I believe.
What was the other question? They had a couple of questions in that.
I don't remember. I didn't write them down. All I remember was we were talking about the 700s. Were they asking where they were coming from? Because I think they were from Canada. Did they ask if they were Samsonite? That might have been somebody else that asked. I got to know. Oh, I do have a Samsonite thing here. We can look at if we want. The 858. What a mess that is.
Another rabbit hole.
Well, it kind of is. Let's see.
So that's the 8858 or 858.
Yeah, 8858 or 858. Yeah. So let me pull it up and add it to the thing. So this is 858, and this, I don't know if
they show the picture of the 8858.
They show, yeah. So
they're the same set.
Yeah, and what I'm understanding is this is the instruction sheet. This is the front of the instruction sheet. And
is there an instruction sheet that says just 858?
There's the question. Is there an 858 instruction sheet, or did they use 8858 in both? Because the person that sent me a picture of an 858 box says that 8858 came in the box.
Ah.
Now, I don't know if that means that's what they got when they got the set, or if because I don't think they got the set brand new. Maybe they did. But let me see if I can pull this picture up. I don't know. I'm gonna show off our. Oh no, I'm not.
We need to do our. Is Joey going to dox himself stinger?
Yeah, we need one of those. Actually, it's not so much I'm on docs our set myself as much as I'm gonna docs our show notes, because the only place I have this picture is in our show notes. But hang on, let me show that. We stop this one and
show notes.
Stop screen.
Oh, so that's the folded out box.
Yeah, share. Here we go. So that's the 858 box. But the weird thing about it is 858 was supposed to be the European set, and I think
Austria? It does say Canada on it.
This is very much so a Canadian box.
Samsonite.
Yes. So did 858 only exist in Canada? Because 8858, if you look in the catalog, which I have a picture of it somewhere. What's that link right there if we follow it? It shows the distributor catalog for whatever year that was, and it was 8858 that was supposed to be in the United States. So this is one of those times when we have a set that's in that Samsonite of Canada made, and we don't know where it really belongs. He wanted me to put it in brick set, and I probably will. It's clearly 858, so I'll probably add it to
Is it a typo in the print set? I wonder what the Canada, were there catalogs in Canada?
I don't. That would be something that now I'm going to have to start looking for.
Yeah,
Canadian Lego catalog. Samsonite.
I don't think back then it would have been the medium, smaller.
The
catalog.
medium US catalog, yeah.
The square ones probably in that era.
But did Canada do their own, or did because this is the time frame that Samsonite was active, but only active in Canada. Yeah, the United States was not part of it anymore. They got kicked out.
So I am glad that I never worried about well, I shouldn't say never, but in the early days, I didn't care that boxes might have changes over time for the same set.
Right.
And then watching Riker 1 Million, he knows all the different versions of all the different 12-volt train boxes, and there's so many, and which ones are rare. And I'm like, oh, when I was behind 12-volt trains, I was like, if I got the box, great. But
yeah,
it's interesting to know that there's certain versions of boxes that are rare, but I don't know. It's a dangerous rabbit hole.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's we all seem to kind of find a rabbit hole that we end up going down, right? And that boxes is the what is the set that Alex has where he has both boxes?
Yeah, the Cafe Corner.
I never knew that there was two versions of that box. When you go and you look, you're like, oh wow, there is, but I mean that stuff's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
But when they shrink a box, you have a set, and then a later run is shrunk.
Smaller box. That's and I guess there's certain people that will collect that, right?
Yeah.
There is just like there's certain people that will collect. I know people that want every element, so like a 2x4.
Oh, wow.
2, but they don't necessarily care the color. They just want every single element. Then there's people that want every color. Yeah, this mess going on behind me. There's so many.
So those there's people that collect sets.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I think these little niche things like this, when you start, it seems like there's an end to it. Like you're in your mind, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to collect these, and I should be able to get all of them or whatever. Right. And then you start doing it, and you're like,
this doesn't end.
Oh no, there's what about if the color's slightly off? What about marbled bricks? What about if the logo's different? What?
Oh, let's not even start on logos, right? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, so I have gotten into this a little more than I wanted to. This chart behind me it started out as just being, which way's my head got to go? It started out as being just the colors that essentially the new colors that so if we opened up a set and got all the colors out of it, if I didn't have one, I put it on there. You do the 2x4 bricks. You just did a video and I haven't had a chance to watch it, so I don't know what your opinion here was on colors are hard.
I ended up spoiler alert, I ended up buying 3 colors I already had.
Oh no.
But I didn't pay much for them.
Well, but that's also a good thing.
The names have changed on one of them.
Okay. What name changed? What'd you get?
Medium brown has become light brown.
Medium brown has become.
So I don't know if when I got medium brown, it didn't exist in anything. So now it's called light brown. On Bricklink.
So there is a light and a medium brown on Bricklink.
Not anymore, or at least not under 2x4 bricks.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because medium brown now is a minifigure color.
Okay.
And then, because I got into that same problem, because that light brick right there, those 2x2 bricks are not supposed to exist in light brown, but I have them.
Yeah. I think it was either the foosball or one of the sets that had all the different minifigure parts. Good grief. Those are hard to know what's what.
What's what, yeah. And unfortunately, I've started that. Sienna and Umber, those are 2 new colors, either last year or this year. They're only, again, Friends minifigure heads and arms.
Who names the color Umber?
I don't know. Umber's an old color, though. Because we used to use it when I mixed paint 40 years ago. Umber, but it was more red. Is that what
umbrellas are?
I don't know. So look at this color.
Oh yeah, that's a classic. The puke colors of the 90s there.
Right. So did you see the Bricklink email? That they just sent an email out talking about their 25th anniversary and stuff. And one of the close to the bottom, I told Heather, I told my wife, I said, they put all these things at the bottom of these emails because nobody likes change.
Yeah.
But they said, here's the things we're going to change. And they're going to add some new old colors. This is one of them, I'm pretty sure, because I can't get this to fit anywhere on that chart. I think it's lemon. I think because lemon is apparently.
There was in a lot of Duplo sets.
There's a lot of Duplo parts, but not anything other than Duplo.
Yeah.
I also have the watering can, the lime green color water. I got one of those coming. I think they call it Fabuland lime or something. But it only came in that kind of color family because everything else was either blue or red or brown or something. So hopefully I'm going to get, because I want to make sure it's not this color, because I don't think this is Fabuland lime. I think this is yellow or lemon.
Okay.
When Bricklink adds lemon, I'll be able to add this part.
That's just crazy. They're adding, and so you're going to be looking at the Bricklink.
Sorry. Let me shut that off. There's another tornado warning for our house.
It's just a tornado.
It's just a tornado warning.
But they add these colors, and you'll go and it'll say new.
Right. Yeah.
Came out 25 years ago. New.
So the other one that is, I haven't got any. I think I've made a mistake, but the other one that's driving me crazy is Little Robot Blue.
I need to open that one set I got. Is it the other piece that's?
So it turns out that a lot of these colors in Little Robot Blue are possibly one-offs.
Yeah.
And that Bricklink and look, Bricklink, let's not blame, I'm not blaming Bricklink for just doing something wrong. Bricklink is user supported.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that it is owned by Lego now means that hopefully we get a little bit more, like when they add Umber and Sienna, let's hope those are the Lego colors and they married them up now. I know they've done a little, but not a whole lot. But this Little Robot Blue, I think a lot of parts are just under medium blue.
Yeah.
And there's a green in there. There's a green that they're calling sand green on Bricklink, it is clearly not sand green.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those big base plates. Well, it's a big Duplo base plate. I think it's like 16 by 16 in Duplo. I ordered one off of eBay because the picture clearly showed this weird green color.
Mm-hmm.
But because I didn't read real closely, the description says gray. And I'm like, oh, no. Because that base plate came in gray.
Oh.
And it's
Do you think they used a picture of...
Oh, I'm gonna be, and it's coming from New England. It's coming from across the pond. It's coming from England. No. So I kind of thought, okay, surely they know and whatever. And I paid $13 for it, which I thought was like, okay, that's expensive, but it's not gross.
Not gonna kill you.
Right. It's not gonna break me. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I've spent more money on bad meals, so. But it's on its way, and I won't know until it gets here. But that's going to be a haul video. If I open it up and I pull out a gray,
oh yeah, it'll be gray.
But the picture is that green color, so
yeah.
I just hope this becomes lemon. But yeah,
I got those parts. I got sets with those parts that color in the basement. Yeah, I got in all those awful salmon colors that between Duplo and Scala.
Yes, Clickets.
Yeah, there's so many just awful.
And then the watches, and these are the colors, the Clickets, the watches. There are so many of these colors that I think Lego produced them in a color. So I think they were given a name and have a Lego ID according to the color book, which was laying right here until I moved it. Where did I move it to? Anyway,
I got covered up by $700.
It probably did. At any rate, well, when the power goes out, I'll trip over it. Oh yeah, it's way over there. I put it.
Okay.
At any rate, some of this stuff is listed there, and they have a number that they're saying is Lego's ID number. I don't know where they're getting those. I cannot find a list of Lego ID numbers. There are a couple lists that a lot of people use as reference. And nothing against these people. I don't know what their sources are.
Mm-hmm.
Right. There are two sources that I'm going by. One is the 2010 color guide from Lego and the 2016 color guide. And that's the last time that they've produced anything that I can find. Then this book, which
it's hard to reproduce it. And
oh yeah, the book is great. But I know too many people are going to pick that book up and go, oh, yeah, here it is. It's another tornado warning. Oh, crap, that's my other phone.
Check it out. See, look on your radar.
I am. Hang on. I'll pull it up.
Are you in the basement? You're in the basement?
No, I'm in the basement. I'm fine. Yeah. Heather's upstairs. I told her to come down whenever she decides. I'm going to have to.
You hear freight train?
I don't hear her freight train. I do hear bumping around and
see what it's already done to my train.
Yeah. This next time there's a hurricane, Earl's going to have to do a hurricane updates. We're the blue dot right in the middle.
I see. There's the Joey doxes himself.
Well, everybody knows I live in Mount Vernon, Indiana. But see, this is what they're worried about. This push right here.
Oh, it's got the hook.
Yeah, they're saying it's getting a hook. So
that's the little hook.
Yeah. So it's going to get, the power may go out, but if the power goes out, I have my flashlight and I have, it blinked.
Blink.
Wow.
Oh no. I'll be all by myself. Wait,
well, did you go I have StreamYard on my phone. I'm getting,
okay.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, because you can't even end it. You're not a manager. Earl's my backup. So yeah, I got a button I can push. I'll go right back to my phone and I'll at least be able to dodge the tornado.
You better hurry. It's only a half a centimeter away.
I'd pull up my outside cameras again, but it'll kill my internet.
Oh,
so yeah, but you mentioned like off color, light pink. Is that original pink?
Yeah, actually I kind of referenced your comment about that because I have a bunch of classic pink pieces from before when bright pink came out, and they are clearly different.
Different, yes.
But there was only pink.
Yeah.
That anybody ever said, but did Lego treat it as all the same color?
I don't know. Right.
If you look at it's in lime. The Technic pieces that are in lime, I think it's lime. They look like muddy lime, like these Duplo pieces you showed. It's like, but when you look at Bricklink inventory, it says lime. You look at the Lego inventory, it's lime.
Right.
But it's like it's a different color.
Yes, and that's the next thing. Yeah, because you had mentioned that too. Is the plant colors are different.
Yeah.
I have trans red. Trans red has not changed, but in my drawer of parts, and I haven't been doing this nearly as long as you, but my trans red are obviously different colors, and it is trans red. I've double checked. Nope, these are trans red. So when I ship them out to people, I have to make sure I give them the least matching colors.
And so one to me where I think it's important, but Lego is not going to care. So it means Bricklink's not going to care, is like lightsaber blades. The trans red lightsaber blades, or any of the neon green or any of them. And you look at the new versions, they almost never have air bubbles now, but they're that foggy color.
Yeah,
it's clearly different, but Lego's not going to treat them as different. And I tried to keep them separate. Like this is new from new sets. This is from old sets because I put it in my notes. But when I add a new part, it's always going to add it to the old one instead of the new one. So
yeah, The ones with the bubble, I believe, are polycarbonate. Obviously, I don't know what they're doing with this new foggy color, as you call it. Yeah, it's I don't know what that is. Some new bio safety helpful whatever. But,
and then when you look at the clear, it's like they all look cloudy, foggy and cloudy.
It's funny because we have the same problem because I make polycarbonate sheet. And when you stack it up, right? So when we put it on a pallet, it changes colors. It looks weird. It looks strange. You look at it at a weird angle. When it gets all grouped together, the light really starts kind of monkeying with it. But if you take a single sheet or a single sample of sheet, and you go into the lab and you put the lights and you look through, and you're like, that's clear. Yeah. I can't tell you that it looks pink or tells you it looks. Some of us that have been out there for 20 years are like, right, you got too much bluing in it, you got whatever. But yeah. And I think the same thing happens with the Lego parts. Those pieces by themselves, even new, they look fine. But when we put them in a bin with a bunch of them piled together, the old polycarbonate, I almost said brand name, the old polycarbonate ones, when I put them in a drawer, I could tell they have just a yellowy tint to them, just a little, because polycarbonate in its natural state has a yellow tinge to it. So, and ABS is when in its natural form, which is the other colors, the solid colors, is white or milky white. You can't get a clear out of it without doing some really crazy stuff. So.
Yeah.
So I don't.
So the question is, the color chart, like trying to make a complete color chart, I think it's a subjective endeavor. I don't think you can objectively make it and say this is what the color chart is.
No, I don't think so. I do think after doing what little bit of research I've been doing here, and I've ordered. You just said you ordered. I
ordered 3 parts, and the 3 parts I already had. 2 of them I was sure they already had, but they were so cheap. I was like, oh, I can get them cheap now.
Well, so that lilac, the 2x4 brick, I've ordered it twice now, only because I feel more comfortable now that I've got 2 the same color from 2 different people.
Yeah.
Because that lilac is one of those.
It's only in one set.
Yeah, and it's not a real.
Very few people selling it.
Right, and it's a little expensive. So, yeah, I don't remember how much I paid. $6-7 maybe for each one.
Well, if the colors I wanted were $6 or $7, I'd be woohoo. woo, I'd be thrilled.
Right? Yeah,
they're hitting triple digits.
But you're going after things. You're going after parts that are like Q code. Yeah, because they're only in the 2x4 bricks.
And it's like you can't. I just can't see. If they were $20, I would probably buy them, knowing that this could end up being in a set one day.
Right.
But I'm not going to pay $60, $80, $100 for one.
Right. Yeah. There's too much chance that they will end up, like you said, in a set.
Yeah, there's the glitter trends. Light blue is one of them.
Oh, is it in a 2x4 brick?
Yeah. But the cheapest one is like $67 or $87, something like that. I think there's a couple other colors.
And then you run the risk too. Is the guy going to send you the right brick?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Go buy some of these that are listed as not applicable. The color. Well, what color brick am I buying?
Well, I like yeah.
Oh, so there is one of the Samsonite sets. I may be changing the subject here, but
I think we've colored this to death.
So I don't have the large 917 piece Samsonite brick box. Okay. I think you got it.
917?
Yeah, it's the 917 piece one.
Oh, does it have a number?
5 or something. I don't know.
Oh, you're talking about that big square box.
The square box. Yeah. All right. So there's one. I found one listed on Mercari. He's missing the lid, but I was like, And then I found the exact same thing on eBay.
Right.
And I think I heard Jason talking about this. Like when you know somebody's got something listed on 2 different sites.
Yeah.
Buying both of them and seeing what happens. But both of them, the price is too high. But it's like, it kind of perturbs me when people do this.
Yeah, especially if it's the same exact picture.
It's clearly the same thing.
I'm trying to find a picture of it here on BrickTsar. I'm having to scroll through. Yeah, if it was $15 or something on each, because you're going to get your money back on one. Yeah. More than likely.
If this one had the lid, I would have already bought it. It didn't have the lid.
It didn't. Okay, that hurts it quite a bit because really all you're buying is a box.
Right? Because it's just
worthless. Yeah,
not worthless, but it's not maybe $20 worth of parts. Maybe
if they're cellulose acetate, they're not even worth building with. Where are these boxes at? They are. Oh man, they're on page 3.
It's a Samsonite.
I know, and I'm scrolling through the Samsonite. I know I should have scrolled backwards because of the.
Are you on BrickTsar?
I am. Here it is. 105 is what you're.
Oh, it's 105. Okay.
It's Imagination Set 5, but it's 105 is the number. Okay, where's it at? Here we go. That one.
Yeah. So it's the one brick box I don't have. And
I think the one I have is, well, that's a picture of the one I have, obviously. So it's
but it's just funny when people list the same item.
Yep. So did you or did Earl put Goodbye Goodwill?
I put that.
Okay.
No. That was Goodbye Good. Good Goodwill is gone.
Good Goodwill is gone. Okay.
Remember, there's good Goodwill and bad Goodwill.
Yes.
Good Goodwill is out of business, or they've closed up shop.
Now they were the one that was.
They would always have tons of bubble wrap. Anytime you bought something, it was like a great source of free bubble wrap.
Are they the ones though that were coming directly from the stores, or they were?
No, these. I think it's coming from a warehouse.
Yeah.
Or warehouses, because if you bought multiple things, they usually came shipped together. Okay. And it was fixed price. Everything was fixed price.
Yes. Okay.
So when it first started, and then like they would list stuff, and if it didn't sell, they'd put it on sale. It's kind of like bargain hunt there for a while. and then like, there'd be a couple of thousand Lego listings.
Right.
Then it dropped down, and then they'd add more. Then they just got lazier, and I shouldn't say lazy, but they would have a box, and they just show you the picture of the top of the box, like the top.
Yeah.
So you didn't even know what was in the box. and then there'd be a random pile of minifigures, and it'd be $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
But I found some great finds I found on there. And when it first happened, and then when they would run the sales, I mean, I was buying not just Lego, I was buying other stuff. And I just happened to look. I was like, I'll check it every once in a while. And I went over there, and it was gone.
Gone. Wow. I haven't checked it in a long time. It's in my.
So now I can reveal my source. Goodwill Finds.
Goodwill Finds.
So that reference, I tell you, that made my day.
Jason's.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. You want me to play it?
Yeah, sure.
So when I build it and I don't feel a nostalgic, sentimental thing, I will break it up, put into the huge Ziploc bags, and give it to Goodwill, because there's some kid that can't afford it that would love the chance to build it. So I put all of the instructions in there and all the pieces, and someone else can have the joy.
I won't have the joy anymore.
That is hilarious. Jason, he comes up with some stuff now, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do we want to talk about Bricklink designer program?
What's that?
Okay, that's good. Hey, there was something interesting about Lego Ideas in one of their blog posts. They talked about a parking lot, which is sort of a change to how they're doing things. Like, if they get enough votes, then it goes through Lego's system for vetting them or whatever. And then I guess the ones that didn't make it through that system, they just kind of went back to the creator, and the creator could do whatever, my understanding. But now they're like, well, maybe we're not going to do it right now, but we're going to hold on to some of those.
So you don't hold any rights over it then?
I guess not. And I don't know how
fantasy and have it become a set.
Right.
Or blue bricks.
I thought that was kind of interesting, because obviously Lego knows something. Like, if you do a set that matches a some sort of what is that called? A property, or some movie that came out, but they don't currently make a licensing agreement. They don't have a license agreement for a certain movie, but somebody makes something for that movie. But then Lego's like, well, we are working on that licensing agreement, or we're going to now. So now they got that. They kind of have those ideas sets kind of locked up, or it's the way it felt like to me. And I don't know if there's any advantage to the designer, or if they're just kind of stuck now. I felt like they were going to be stuck.
Yeah.
Now, if they finally make the design and it becomes a Lego set, great, that's awesome. But if it doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I have a so I rarely ever vote on something.
Okay.
And so when they had that pick your what year was it?
Oh, the 90s and the 80s.
Yeah.
They did the 80s and then they did the 90s.
Yeah, so the 90s they had Mr. Bean.
Right. Yes.
They're like, okay, I'll go vote for that. An hour later, as I'm trying to figure out how to log back into Lego Ideas, because my Lego.com account is one ID, and my Lego Ideas and Lego Ambassador Network ones are a different one.
Right.
And it's like they never could merge them together. And so it took me, I have to log out of one, and then like, which one is it?
Right. Yeah.
So I went, and I was relieved to know that the time I logged in, the one Mr. Bean had more comments than all the other ones combined. So I'm pretty sure that one's going to win the vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I was underwhelmed by the whole thing, the 90s or the 80s ones.
Well, I'm underwhelmed by the whole Lego Ideas process anymore, because people get so hyped for stuff that never happens. And then we get the Bricklink designer program, and it's just a bunch of ginormous castle sets and stuff.
Yeah. I get where they're trying to separate the two now. I don't think they were before. I think this is something new that Lego's like, oh, hey, look, we take these idea sets and we can just take the idea, not necessarily the design.
Yeah.
And that's another thing about this, the Lego Ideas parking lot. It's not just that they took your design and put it in a parking lot. They took your idea and put it in.
Oh, so they could do any variation of that.
Well, it seems to be their thing. The stem set. Now that's one that they did. That's one where they actually made a better version than the design was originally. Yeah. Poor Heather. I hadn't
seen her video yet.
You'll laugh when you see it. I won't give it away, but because everybody else seen it by now. But she struggled with that one because there's so much technical and the science part of it and trying to do all the things that she was really trying really hard, and it didn't record. And I'm caught.
She didn't record it.
Well, not her.
Oh, you.
Because it was apparently I had the camera recording while she was talking through some of it. I went up, hit the camera to record, which turned it off.
From recording.
And then when she was over, I went over there and I turned it back on. So you get a video of me and a video of me again. Yeah. So she shot a video today. She said, I like this set. It's really great. If you want to see a review, go watch BrickTsar's.
Oh, my God.
So I put a card into it for your video.
Oh, my goodness. Poor Heather.
It's like, nope, I'm not doing it again.
Wow.
Oh, that's like number 2, 3.
If it's 3 in succession, then you're like, your power is going out.
It wasn't a succession. There was one earlier.
They're far enough apart.
Yeah.
It's like blink. Then when that third one comes, you're like, your power is going out.
It's out. Yeah, it's going. Well, our comment reader is not here.
Oh, no. What are we going to do? You want me to read them?
Well, it's up to you.
It means I talk more. I'm ready.
Okay. If you got them, let's do it.
It's from the video with
Jason.
Jason?
Yep.
I don't know if I can do the names. All right. So this is from, what was the title of that episode?
Oh, I'm trying to pull it up. It's
Mass Balanced.
Mass Balanced, yes.
I'm going to do it in order from the oldest comment first.
Okay.
And the first one is from Omni Rilt, who says 1ST.
Okay.
And then Tylenol, or is it? As I like to say, Tylenol. Is 2ND. I see the favorite guest is back this episode.
Jason.
And then Chris Bricks, who says, when BrickTsar and Alex are unavailable, bring in the other guy. All right, here's one that's going. Sin Killer J Tachikawa, who got rid of the Tachikawa a long time ago.
Yeah.
Says the difference with Fortnite is it is a game. With Pokemon, they have turned it into a lifestyle brand at this point. Ooh. There are so many avenues to get into Pokemon beyond the games, and some just like the designs. Plus, even if it flops here, Lego will make bank in Japan, where it is a very strong brand.
I've heard a lot of people that are super excited about it that are not Lego fans that are excited about the Pokemon Lego.
That's cool. You know, one thing I don't get is trading cards of any kind anymore. And I used to collect trading cards, but that whole Pokemon and the rips and stuff, I don't get it. See, Lego Cookie Runner, evil laughing emoji, top 10 podcast producer.
Yeah, that would be Jason.
Jason. They went to 9, then they're back to 10.
Yeah,
they didn't pay the bill.
Did it pay?
Unis Lapis Ad Tempest, one brick at a time, says, sorry, Jason, my YouTube handle is not from Harry Potter. Great job pronouncing it, Earl. My handle name is Latin. A nod to my channel will be about. A nod to what my channel will be about.
There you go.
Oh, so Singenator said, so it's like one brick at a time. Yes, exactly, said Unis. Says, I know there's another Latin word for small building brick, but it didn't flow off the tongue quite as easily. Singenator says, just keep looking. Just keep looking. Just keep looking. What are we looking for?
I don't
forgot.
know. Yeah.
I did watch the entire episode.
Oh,
I don't think I left a comment. Okay. And One Brick at a Time says, wait a minute. Oh, I thought I was about to read the same comment again. It says, yes, Jason, you are correct. Daniel Estes. That was his original name.
Yes.
I created the second channel for 2 reasons. One, to add more subscriptions to all your guys' channels.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I created many Lego mocks that I would like to post some videos on. Oh, and 3, this channel is mostly subscribed to Lego channel. Yeah. I do. So I have multiple channels, but I do say that I watch most videos that I watch as BrickTsar. Occasionally, if I'm doing something on one of my other channels and I'll be watching somebody that I normally follow, and I'll go to comment, and then I'm like, oh, I'm on my other channel. It doesn't matter. But hopefully they'll know it's me.
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
Singenator says, geez, I thought mass balance meant Jason weighs as much as Toby and Earl. Top bottom balance.
Oh, wow.
So mass and weight are 2 different things. Mass is how much matter you have. Weight is what you weigh. Oh, wait a minute. That's using the word to explain the word.
Well, do you have any comments, or do you want to weigh in on their whole eco-friendly mass balance jargon that they use?
Who cares?
Yeah,
this all this stuff. It's just
it's corporate PR.
Yeah, it's like I put this up there in the same vein as carbon credits.
Absolutely, yes.
I'm like, it's just. You're making plastic. It's okay.
Yeah.
If you start making wood toys, again, we probably won't buy them. Nobody liked the wooden minifigure you made that was $120.
Well, that's because it was $120. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm all for like being environmentally conscious.
Sure.
But yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of this that trying to be environmentally conscious, right? You are actually causing yourself more problems because of the amount of processing time and effort that it takes to get French fry oil into Lego and not cause some sort of quality issue. So
yeah, just make it good quality.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just stop making French fries.
There you go.
Yeah, that's solving
better for us in the United States. Yeah, exactly.
So, I'm a creature of habit. Like, I don't understand people that get bored of food. But like for a couple of years, I ate the same thing for lunch every day. Almost, well, I shouldn't say every day, almost every day. If I'd go to Chick-fil-A, get a diet lemonade, and counteract that with a Chick-fil-A sandwich and French fries.
Right.
And it's like that I put on a lot of weight doing that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if we didn't have any and Chick-fil-A changed their French fries.
Oh.
Which is good because I don't need to eat them anymore. But
right.
Yeah, maybe if we just stop making French fries, with this mass balance problem wouldn't be a problem. So Julian Bonet 84. How do you say his name?
That was good.
Is it Julian Bonek or is it Julian Bonet?
Let's go with Julian Bonet.
Okay. Says, you got it right, Earl. I own the Amelia Earhart set. Or is it Earhart? Made the purchase at the time in order to gift it to my manager at that time. Strong woman, best boss I ever had, project director, and she is quite a pilot. Oh, this is a long comment.
Yes, it is.
Says on the Pick-a-Brick, they announced the parts from October 25th won't be available until July 26th. Says felt strange about Brian, who, if you want to know more about Brian, he just he's posting more videos.
Now that he's retired.
Yeah. He says he's the one that brought me to your channel. Since his break announced, I've taken a few steps back on the Lego train hobby. Says a little shift in my interest focus lately. Sold my custom TGV Atlantic to finance the shift. Is that what they call the TGV? The Atlantic?
I've not heard that before. No.
Okay.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Maybe we just learned something.
It says Horizon Express recolor, 2 hubs, 4 motors, 2 engines, 2 first-class cars, 1 bar car, 2 second-class cars, a pie brick control, 6 painted 32084, not available in Lego BG or light bluish gray or dark bluish gray. 46 blue 4035s. Those are windows.
4035.
Is that a window? Scratched and yellowed, but managed to get it enough for the project.
Yeah, 4035 is a small window.
So his TGV, that must be the TGV that's the gray and blue one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm guessing.
I'm guessing, yeah. Since he's trying to get light bluish gray and dark bluish gray colors in there.
So he said it was my best train mark as of now. Still will present it to the BrickTrain Awards this year.
That's not me.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's another group. Yeah, they're European.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, he gets into. He's taking a step back from buying Lego, and he's renting a 9 million square foot home, 16 million square foot garage. I'm telling you, man, it's not enough space.
Space.
Entree Bell Episode Malgré I absent Dijabo Jason Oshure. I think that was German or French.
Felt French.
Yeah. So next comment is from Permute. Or is it Permute?
Permute.
Says, thank you, Jenna Phipps, for the recommendation.
Oh, check for the Jenna Phipps recommendation. Okay. It was one of those it's a channel that I watched it. I don't know why I watch it. We were talking about recommendation stuff, but I don't know that it was a recommendation that YouTube recommended. She's in Canada. Her and her boyfriend are remodeling a house.
Okay.
And I don't know how I got to her channel. And
I remember you talking about that last.
Yeah, and it's not something that I'm interested in. As Jason said, maybe YouTube knows me better than I know myself.
Yeah,
maybe to me, watching her channel it's like the longest car crash ever, because they bought this house and it was essentially destroyed because it had been set empty for so long and the roof had collapsed and it was leaking. And I just know at some point they're not going to get it done.
Oh,
I'm like,
it's the real world version of Money Pit.
Exactly.
Saw that Tom Hanks movie.
Oh, that was a hilarious movie, but it is exactly that.
Yeah. Okay, Lego Rosie. Yeah. Says, while watching this episode, I was building the Fortnite supply llama. To enter into the discussion on box art, have a look at this one. I'm guessing it is a scene from the game, but very pretty. I have never played the game, but like the quirky, colorful builds. So this one appeals. That's cool. I don't know. The llama, I'm not interested in llamas, but I think I know what she's talking about with the box.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Fortnite. Where are you?
Llama. Supply llama. The only Fortnite set that I would loosely consider was the bus.
The bus? Okay.
Yeah.
So here's
the blue bus.
That's not the box. Let's see if we can find a box image. Looky there.
Oh.
It's
okay. It's got, so I guess you're saying that's like a scene from the game behind it.
Yeah, it's a scene from the game, which is kind of in that same vein that we were talking about, the space sets and city sets.
You know what ads I've been getting on YouTube are Lego Duplo.
Really?
Yeah, and it's funny because there's like they do the same thing, for the obviously they want to get the image where it's good for the viewer of the commercial, but it's like I was feeling bad for these kids.
The poor babies.
They're playing from behind of the set. Like they had the number train. I know on those sets the numbers are only on one side.
Yes.
And they're playing with it, and you can see the numbers, but they can't see the numbers.
But they're doing a heck of a job getting them in the right order.
Oh, they did a thing where they had giant Lego pieces that were Duplo. I thought that was pretty cool. Chris Cummings, 4206 says, if you remember the movie Sophie's Choice and how much you paid for the tickets, then this podcast is for you. Oh my God. So your brain is forever ruined.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
That is a movie that I have. It was a wrong person. What?
It is a movie that I have never watched.
I've never seen it either.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it got Cher in it?
No, that's another movie that's real super sad.
Okay. So
I don't think maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know who it is. Never mind. I don't know.
Conadog B.
Conadog B.
Conadog B. Alex does it. He said thoughts to Jabbo and his family. Thank you. And I don't even think I responded to all the comments yet on my channel, but I appreciate everybody. He says another great podcast conversation. What do you all think about the Bricklink Designer Series 7 sets? As far as I'm concerned, this is the #1 Lego podcast. So there.
Thank you.
That's the poll.
That's it.
I mean,
it's in stone.
Yeah. Right there. It's in print. It's on the internet.
On the internet.
He said, keep up the great work. Last podcast, I left about 7 comments with 1 or 2 words each that go together to form a sentence to help you beat the other guys. The full sentence was, sorry, I forgot to leave separate comments so you could beat the other guys. I thought they would see them in the order. See you in 2 weeks. It's funny. Yeah, I was like, I think they're reading these out of order.
Order, yeah.
It became a cryptic puzzle.
Yeah. Yeah, because Earl always reads them top down. So, yeah, he gets. Oh, well. It was fun.
So, next comment is from Josh, Great House. He says, welp, at almost 40, I got to be the young buck explaining Pokemon. Says, currently it is the highest selling IP in the world. Yes, the highest. It started with the Game Boy games and grew. Pokemon Go was a jump start, but the franchise never hit a slump. If Lego handles it right, which I doubt, Moneymaker, I'm doing my editorial as I'm reading. It says, there have been more and more rumors of anime and Japanese IPs coming to Lego. One Piece is odd since they are doing the Netflix, but if that and Pokemon do well, it will be extremely interesting to see what the future holds. Yeah.
I think the Japanese and honestly the Chinese market, like the Monkey Kid stuff, and then they obviously are doing a lot of the Chinese New Year stuff. I think that's must be a big market for them. So,
Which I don't have a problem with it. It's not something that I'm interested in.
I don't have to buy it. It doesn't mean that they don't get to make money at it, right?
No,
that's more power to them.
The whole thing with Lego handling it right. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're usually late to the game on things.
Well, to his point though, Pokemon has been around for a while. I think Lego has an opportunity just to pile on.
Yeah, it's like with how they handled Minecraft, and it may do much better than even Minecraft has done.
Yeah,
I still, the whole Mario and Nintendo stuff, I've had a hard time getting into it.
Did you have a lot of nostalgia for that though? Because that's a little bit.
I had the NES.
Yeah,
I didn't have it. My brother had it, and we played those. 4 games we could afford.
Yeah, but you would have been more.
I would have been in my mid-20s when that.
Yeah, because we're the same age, so it's gonna that. I don't have a lot of nostalgia for Nintendo, right? Because I didn't come up. Console games was not ColecoVision. There's a console game I had.
Yeah.
My Commodore 64.
And the Japanese market is very interesting. And Macari. So if you're interested in things that have a Japanese following, where there's a lot of people from Japan that like it, Macari has done this thing where you can buy from people that are selling in Japan, and you can buy from different sellers, and they ship it there, and then they put it all in one package and send it to you. I bought from 3 different people in Japan, and it came in one package.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. And my whole thing with one thing that's big in Japan is Thomas the Tank Engine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and unfortunately, Mattel has a firm grip on the creative control of the whole Thomas license right now, and they're doing nothing brick built. So that's the only thing I'm excited about with Mattel. What do they call their Mattel Brick Shop?
The Brick Shop, yeah.
Maybe they'll do something Thomas related, but I don't know. They killed it whenever they took over from Mega Bloks.
Yeah.
SG Brick, aka Sega Brick.
Sega Brick.
Says the vault set really was 1 chew instead of 1 2. Because of the swooshability with the numbers. Lego puts cooking oil in the brick so we can all experience that oily feeling you get with older brands. I know the tires were always oily feeling.
Yes.
Yeah, I have 1 2. I actually found it when I was looking for 1 2 3, but I didn't bring it up since I did that last week. ON Bricks, or is it Own Bricks?
On Bricks.
Yeah, it says this episode word is crazy.
Crazy.
Really appreciate AFoOL and all the work you guys are doing here.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Here's one
we
from
appreciate you watching.
Yeah. Contra Brick Builder says, "Hi guys, another upload I didn't get to watch. The last one because trying to keep busy. Oh, that train. 1 2 3, I guess he was talking about. Yeah. Another one from Contra Brick says, nice, you got a set for Grandpa. How lovely. Plain set. I got a donkey. Wait a minute. I got a donkey stem train engine from my second grandpops in remembrance of him, which I must contact my old high school because I learned to science."
Yeah.
Oh, he lost his pop at the end of 2023. That's not that long ago.
No.
Tylenol, Ty Novell says, congratulations to Alex and Jason on going up 1 place to top 9. They suck again.
I need that as a thing. Of course, they use it too much on there.
Oh, there were some sound bites from the most recent episode.
Oh, yes.
And I had to go back and rewatch the whole thing. But I want to say this. I left a comment on the video, but Alex was rattling off cereal commercials.
Yes.
And he said, crack, Snapple Pop. And I was driving when he said it. All right. And I was like, did he just say crack Snapple Pop? And I pulled over and I rewound it. And yeah, he said crack Snapple Pop. It's the drink all the kids are drinking.
Yeah. Oh, man. Woo. What a talk about a sugar rush.
Ty Novell again says, when you have 2 numbers that match the episode number, I hope you guys talk about both the sets if they're different. We'll just wait for episode 700.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh, this is I've missed this episode. He mentioned that Jason talked about. It says Tylenol again says, awesome story about Jason and building with his 100-year-old grandfather. I'm glad he got rid of the I'm glad Lego got rid of the $4 to $99 age range on the boxes these days.
Yeah, that was one of Jason's first videos, very early on, and it's funny. I don't remember like going back and watching it. I remember that coming out. So that's all pre-podcast, their podcast. So it's I found Jason early on, before he found Alex. So
okay,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that was all before their podcast stuff. So
yeah. And Jason allegedly is coming near my area again. I'm going to try not to be unavailable.
Oh yeah,
I mean, he has picked like the worst timing for me.
Is he going back to Florida? Is he taking his daughter?
I guess
back?
he's probably going through going to. I don't know. I don't know. He just said he's coming through in August sometime, and I looked at on my calendar. I was like, okay, is it this time? It's actually a day that would probably work out.
Oh, that's good.
So unless something changes.
Right. There's a long time between now and August.
Yeah.
A lot can change.
Yeah. It says Mayo Jabo Hosco. Clearly you're living under a rock.
Yeah.
What? For the first time this millennium, Pokemon is more lucrative than Star Wars right now. Well, you can thank Disney for that. Yeah. Cryptocurrency and NFT scams have helped make Pokemon gaming and fan art popular again. Yeah. I am Patrick Starr. Testing. Okay. John Powell 2431 says, you guys were talking about paying to get your show or business on a ranked best. Well, that's how JD Powers ranks things. That is exactly right.
Yeah.
Says you buy advertising, they rank you number one. Then you advertise that they ranked you number one. It's a classic scam. Yep. When I learned that about JD Powers, I was like,
right.
Really? What about the guy that's like ranked number 5?
He just didn't pay enough.
Yeah. Dude Jude says, hey, Joey, Earl, and Jason, and no Jabo. I like the number 13. It's a good number, unlike 9. Because we're ranked 13th.
Read his joke. It's hilarious.
Why can you say because 7, 8, 9? Keep up the good work.
7, 8, 9. I think that was one of my jokes, Earl.
Yeah.
I think a long time ago.
Yeah. Says Battery Powered Brick says at my local Lego store, they've started handling the mobile POS device to customers to type in their email. Not sure if that's out of laziness or for security.
I'm going to go with laziness before security because they don't want to type it. And then if they type it wrong, then it's a back and forth. I'm still surprised that whole setup. All you got to have is your number or your name or your email address.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There should be needs to be a second authentication thing there.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the fact that I can get and use my points.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, it's had good intentions.
Yes. Well, they all they did was roll it back to the way it used to be, and okay, but now we've a flaw has been identified, but let's not go back to having to buy coupons to get just I don't know something.
Yeah.
Something.
So at Jevinder, is it Jevi? Yeah. I'm sorry, Jevinder. It says Lego always stopped the standard pick-a-brick in the Christmas season so they could concentrate on shipping sets. I like Earl's reaction. It's like, I didn't know they didn't do it.
Yeah.
That was me. I was like,
I didn't know they stopped.
He says, but I know many U.S. customers experience long delays in receiving their pick-a-brick orders prior to Christmas. Many orders placed in October were not arriving until mid-December. Like those orange minifigure.
Yeah. Months.
I forgot I ordered them.
Right. I think we all did.
Yeah. She says they usually reopen standard pick-a-brick orders at the end of January, but in Europe they have combined the bestseller and standard into a system which took effect at the end of January. They were supposed to be bringing in the same system in the U.S., but I don't know what their delays were. I think they were anticipating more manufacturing capacity in the U.S. to be able to fulfill this, but they have reintroduced the standard service. It may mean that there are further delays introducing. Oh, wait, there's more. Introducing the combined service due to manufacturing issues, and orders will continue to come from Europe for a while. This seems to be backed up by Jason's comment about the Lego store not receiving new parts for a while.
Yeah. Well, currently there is no manufacturing in the United States.
There's not even a building to manufacture in.
Right. They're working on it, but yeah.
And Mexico may be getting tariffed.
Yeah, oh Lord.
No, Tylenol's trying to become the most.
He is. He's gonna hit my stats as
top 100 commenter.
Yeah.
Says, wait, Earl actually goes to a nearby Lego store. He's not getting Jason to go there and bring him back stuff from Utah and send it to him from Utah. That's one of the greatest stories ever. Oh, wait. Is this comment from this video we're making now?
Maybe.
It says Joey going deep into the woods about plastic manufacturing again. Let's just copy and paste this comment.
Yeah.
It's awesome to get all that professional insight. Jason should make a stinger for this segment. That's right. And yes, he should go on and on another rant about the paper bags and the no paper instructions.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my biggest beef with Bricklink Designer.
Yes. I don't like them. I don't like them. Sorry.
I can't like it.
Yeah. Ain't gonna.
That's what my daughter used to say when she didn't want to eat something when she was little. I can't like it.
Can't like it.
It's not possible. At Tylenol, Tynovel says, Lego fans have been asking for Star Trek since the last millennium. It would be a good thing if they came up with a Star Trek set.
It would be.
Yeah. Who knows?
But, yeah. Yeah. I was going to say, somebody said something. What Star Trek set are they going to do if Lego does it? Something from Discovery? You know. But
if it was modern Star Trek,
yeah,
it would be awful. I mean, I would be so upset.
Yeah.
Like there's really only two correct answers. It's either Next Generation or classic Star Trek. You might make a thing for Voyager, but I think if you did anything else, it's just like, what are you doing?
No, everything else after, and see, my opinion is going to go one. I love TNG. I didn't grow up on it, but it was the first Star Trek that I got to see. I saw reruns of the original, right? But TNG was the first, well, except for the movies, I guess. But I would still rather see a classic NCC 1701 versus an NCC 1701.
Well, that's my personal preference. I won't be angry if they do Next Generation, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I'm afraid, we've kind of been there since the genesis of this rumor.
The Genesis Planet?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, the Genesis Planet. Spock! No, wait, was it Kirk? No. Come on. Yeah, I can't believe I just blew that. Come on. But I'm kind of worried now. Did Mattel take the license away from Blue Brick? And that's going to be one of their big hooks. Didn't they used to own it when it was Mega Bloks? I mean, they've been there, right?
Mega Bloks did Star Trek, but it wasn't owned by Mattel at the time.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Now that Mattel has it and they need a big IP, Blue Bricks is out of Star Trek.
Yeah.
That
would be so funny. That would be so funny.
See, that to me feels more like what's happening versus Lego getting it, because I think this all started because I know people said they've heard it from other sources and stuff, but I think really when Brian talked to that guy from Blue Bricks and he said, we don't have the Star Trek license anymore, it just kind of blew up from there. Like Brian, mentioned battery powered bricks. Why would Mattel, if they missed that opportunity and lets Lego sneak in there, which I hope Lego does because I think they'll do a better job, but It would be hilarious if Mattel.
It would be. That would be.
Who does all the licensing for the rest of the Star Wars or Star Trek toys? Is it Goob or somebody? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's into Star Trek? Oh, wait.
I've seen every episode of everything, so
including
the bad stuff.
Some things, like, I have, like, I'm about to have the complete series of the Hawthorne Village, Bradford Exchange, Star Trek trains.
The one thing to rival a Lego collection in price is Hawthorne Village.
I'm such a sucker because every time they take that $33.52 out of my account, I'm like, man, this is a great deal. And then I realize, they did that 3 times.
3 times.
It's $92 for each of those ridiculous things, and I'm still doing it. And I have I'll have like close to 30 of the cars, but it's like, so I'm into. That's the only other real. Trying to think, other than I think we got some albums, Star Trek albums, but I don't have a lot of Star Trek merchandise.
Right.
It's.
I had all of this when TNG was out. I had all of the action figures. I was collecting them all. And this is back when the internet, you had to actually go. This is and buy a magazine that came out once a month, and it talked about the rarity of certain figures. This Klingon doesn't have printing, and you need to get it, or the J.C. Penney Data that was in a red shirt, or the Ensign Rowe. I had all of those. I sold them finally, but
yeah.
I
had the Star Trek trading cards.
Did you?
Yeah.
You were always kind of a trading card guy, though. Baseball and football.
Well, you say always. I hadn't collected since like 1993.
Okay, well, you used to be.
It's like 30 years ago.
That's true. All right. Fair enough.
Anyway, Dunkster Bricks. Lego could set up some sort of buyback scheme. There must be so much Lego that it ends up in a landfill. Are the Lego bricks recyclable? Could they be recycled into pellets to use in injection molding, or are they only good for plastic bags? Our plastic expert is here.
No, the ABS can be recycled. It's in the industry, you would call it eating your own dog food, right? Yeah. Because like all the sprues and all the pieces the extra pieces when they mold, all those get dumped into a box and then they get reground, and in some cases that material can be directly repelletized, just ran right back into the system at a percentage. So we would run like a 10% or something.
So all those videos that made people so angry years ago, where they're separating the cardboard box and plastic bags from the Lego pieces and putting the Lego pieces in what looks like a dumpster.
Yes,
that's recycling.
Yes, it was.
They could have given the muffin bottoms, but they didn't.
They didn't. Yeah, no. That is actually doing it right.
Yeah.
You separate the cardboard out, which is 100% recyclable, into paper, into whatever. You turn it back into white paper even. The plastic bags is I don't know what I think that's milk jug material once it gets melted down. I think they do what they call densifying on that. They squash all those little bags down. The same thing for like, I know it's a different plastic, but like Walmart bags, they densify it. They squish it into a hard brick, and then they grind that up and melt it back in. It's crazy the amount of stuff that happens to your trash.
Yeah, but the thing I think about is how much energy is used to do that.
We're still spinning the oil somewhere.
Yeah. It's like, is it a coal burning plant that produced all the electricity that you did to do all those processes? How much diesel fuel was used to transport all this stuff? So it's like, I got questions.
You got good questions too.
I think there's things people don't think about. It's like energy that we all use and enjoy. Every energy source that man has made has some kind of negative consequence that we try to minimize, but you can't name a type of energy and it's purely clean. Can you?
Yeah, hydrogen. Because hydrogen is, if the problem with hydrogen, the old joke about hydrogen.
A hydrogen. Okay, what type of hydrogen are you talking about? Hydrogen from the ocean?
Yeah, from water.
Water.
So if you separate hydrogen, and here's the problem, because they always, the joke is God gave us water, not hydrogen, because water is H2O, two hydrogens, one oxygen. If you split that, you get a hydrogen, burns great. You can run cars on hydrogen with little modification, some modification, whatever. Hydrogen is highly explosive, and when you burn it, you get what? Water. So it is a good system. The problem is it's very expensive to separate water into H2O.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why we're not doing that. The only other option is probably solar or wind, and those are limiting.
But I'm telling you, solar and wind have negative potential consequences to the environment. Both of them.
Well,
like windmills fall down.
Windmills.
They fall down.
Yeah,
they can. And so it's like it's in principle.
Sure,
it is a lot better than like burning coal or whatever. But it's like anything you think of, there can be some kind of harmful effect. You know what's good? The sun.
Yep.
And that's why you said solar, but it's like just the natural processes on the earth are better.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the stuff that people make, like stupid Lego bricks.
Stupid Lego bricks.
Oh, we got a plethora from Tom Novell.
Yep.
Great episode, guys. Sad to hear about the reason Jabbo missed the episode. My deepest condolences to him and his loved one. And I'm telling you, I appreciate it. It was the right thing for me to do. I'm still working on this stuff with the family, but
yeah,
it got to be in the right frame of mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
now you make me think about it again.
Sorry,
that's all right. Can I tell a story?
Absolutely.
So my dad, he can't live where he lived anymore, and my sister was taking care of my dad. And right before my sister passed away, she'd gotten contacted by the investigator up there. I don't know if I said this on a previous thing. I
don't think so. No.
Okay, so we're not up there, so we're worried about, like, we've had multiple theft of my dad's property up there. So we put cameras, opened a police case. Police put cameras. Somebody stole the police camera. A police camera that notifies the police 3 seconds as soon as something goes in front of the camera. It's like, yeah, I talked to the detective today, actually. And it's like, I found out, about this because my sister was handling it, and, we didn't know who she was talking to, but he told me about all this stuff, and I was just like, wow, people are dumb. You stole a police camera.
That is.
And the police, they got called in. Let me take this camera. Yeah.
Well, I mean that goes up right to people are stupid. You see videos or stuff where people have walked up to cameras and they put something over them or they knock it down. So you guys not now realize that's not it's going somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. My favorite was the guy that put the lemon juice on them because that's what they make invisible ink out of.
Oh.
Robbed the bank. And he thought nobody could see him. He literally thought nobody could see him because he put lemon juice on himself. Yeah. Tylenol says Jason needs to promote his first episode here on Breaking News. Wait a minute. This is the on-camera change of headwear was interesting to watch. He could sell it as the first online reveal of what lies under the various caps he wears. Wait, did he do that in this last episode with y'all?
If he did, I didn't notice it.
Okay. I know he did it.
Yes, he did it once before when he was on our show.
Oh, it's actually his first. Would it be his first episode on the AFoOL podcast?
I probably.
Maybe that's what he means.
I think that's what he's saying. Is yeah. Yeah, I didn't catch it when he was doing that until about halfway through. Because he told me later, he said, I seen it on your face that you saw what I did. And he said, but you didn't rat me out and let me keep going. I said, yeah. But at that point, I'm like, how many times did he do it? And if I say something, how dumb am I going to look? Because I missed all the other times.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
How well are we actually paying attention?
Yeah, no. Usually we're buying something on eBay.
So Tinoville also says, I'm sorry to hear that battery-powered Bricks is stepping away from YouTube for a while. I wish him all the best, and may he take the time to just live and enjoy the best life off camera.
Yep.
And he's doing that by being more visible than ever.
I think just him saying he is not sticking to the schedule has probably taken a lot of stress off of him.
You know what's funny is like, there's a handful of YouTubers. It's the ones that say they'll be back next week on this day. It kind of gets burned into your brain. They're going to be back. Like, we're going to be every 2 weeks here.
Right.
Usually breaking news is going to be every Tuesday.
Right.
So you kind of expect it, but if they didn't post an episode, like if something happened in that breaking news episode, I'd be like, oh man, no breaking news, but I wouldn't be like upset at them.
Right.
So I understand where he was coming from. Like he wanted that, be consistent for his viewers, but yeah, we'd rather him just be healthy and happy and and make a video when he feels like it.
Got something to talk about.
I'm still a member. I'm glad he didn't cancel his memberships.
Yep, I didn't cancel. No.
Yeah. So we do put that unnecessary stress on ourselves sometimes with this.
Well, YouTube tells us that we should do this, right? Be consistent. Produce, if you do one a week, that's fine, but do one a week, or whatever.
Yeah, YouTube, they are known for their consistency.
Yeah, I know. They don't do what they talk about, right?
Yeah, that's why I say everything goes in cycles. Whatever's working today, 5 years from now, it's going to be something different.
Yeah.
But I don't know if Jason mentioned it at one time in another video or we did, but if YouTube is promoting something, like they're rolling something new out, that's the time to do it. Right.
That's be on that bandwagon when they're doing it.
Be on the bandwagon. Even if you don't like it, like shorts. Like when those were first people that were doing shorts were getting crazy.
Yeah.
Attention there. So in Kennedy says, honestly crazy that Pick-a-Brick is limiting the quantity of some parts you can order. To be honest, ordering bulk is the main thing that Pick-a-Brick has been going for.
Yeah.
Says, love the double outro at the end. A true treat to those of us who stuck around for the whole ride. Looking forward to the next episode.
Well, thanks for sticking around to the very end and watching me mess up. Again.
It's all right. We'll see if we mess up in this episode. So Chris Genhart says, I had no idea that the clear Duplo base plate from 9040 was selling for $109. I didn't either. I got my set about 15 years ago for about $50 for everything, and thought back then I was overpaying. He says, I should probably consider retiring the set from my kids' games repertoire before they destroy it.
Yeah.
He said, I'm kidding though, because it's ultimately a children's toy.
That is true.
Let my kids play with everything that I have that is age appropriate. I supervise the non-Duplo stuff and they learn to take care of their possessions while still having fun. Worst than that has happened in tearing up some of the instructions. I like that, Chris, because I let my grandson handle stuff that is definitely not age appropriate for him, but he's learning.
Yes.
Like, this kid can put any kind of train on a track now.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like any scale. He can do N scale, HO scale, O scale. Like, if I try, like if we're running the trains and something falls off the track and I go over there to help him, he's like, no, do it.
Yeah.
So, and then but I do like super high dollar stuff, I do keep out of his hands.
Right.
Because stuff will break. But
Yeah.
I think him having the hands-on experience has taught him to learn how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Like because we've had more than a few that have fallen, but I can't get mad at him because I've done that. Rest in peace, my Batman train that I dropped off the table within 5 minutes of opening the box.
Oh man, yeah.
It says bricking out loud, Lego in Latin. Oh, and I am looking for the clear base plate.
You want me to continue to read so you can look for the base plate?
No, I'm not shopping for it now.
Okay.
When I watched the episode, I began looking for it. And that's how. And Chris, this is literally this comment is how I found out that Goodwill was gone, because I went there to look.
McCart,
see if I could find it.
Yeah. Goodwill Finds.
Yeah, Goodwill Finds is no longer. In case I guess.
Good luck finding Goodwill Finds.
Yeah, Goodwill Finds cannot find it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bricking out loud says Lego in Latin. What more do we need? The podcast always brightens my day. Optimum opus homina.
I'll have to look that up because I don't know.
Wasn't that a Opus? Wasn't he in the what was that cartoon?
It was a cartoon, yeah.
Because there was the Far Side, there was Calvin and Hobbes. What was the one that had that penguin?
Wasn't that the name, or did it have a different name? Maybe it had a different name.
Oh, now I'm gonna be stuck.
Well, hang on, I'm trying to translate this. So,
Optimum opus homina. I used to think the same thing I was.
Oh, come on! I don't pick a detect language. Thank you. The best work of mankind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, and what cartoon had opus?
Cartoon opus. Come on, I can't get out of here. Cartoon opus.
I'm typing. Bloom County.
Bloom. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird. Back when people got newspapers. Joe Bowling.
Comic strip, though.
Yeah,
there is a. Yeah. The opus. Yeah. Okay.
It was very intellectual.
Okay.
Joe Bowling, a Star Trek fan, says, I was very underwhelmed with the first 5 90s sets Lego picked. I voted for the Mighty Ducks because I liked the set more than I liked the movie. Really? I knew I've never seen the Mighty Ducks. I know what it is. I know that there's a hockey team named after them now.
Yeah.
It says, my favorite show of those 5 is Mr. Bean, but I'd guess Buffy will win. I really think Mr. Bean's going to win. Not because I want it to win, because I just saw the comments.
Yeah.
He also says, my daughter, Emily, 14, plays Pokemon Go and collects the cards and has several friends who do the same. So I think it's still pretty popular. She has a bunch of the Mega Construct sets too.
Oh, yeah.
Just never trust a company that can't keep their name the same. I'm like, is it Mega? Is it Mega Constructs? Is it Mega Blocks? Is it Mattel? Yeah. Is it Mattel Brick Shop? I don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah.
Blue Clone 332 says maybe JC can say his intro with where do videos. Oh, wait a minute. Where we do videos in 5 minutes or more.
Yeah. Just a little change.
Dunkster says if Lego produces Star Trek sets, it'll end up being based on Discovery, and they'll be confused why nothing sells. We're doing what's on TV now. How is this not selling? Duplo Tracy says Pokemon is my other hobby. I collect the cards and run a local club where I teach kids how to play. Pokemon is in a huge upswing right now. There are big runs on the cards with scalping as bad as the Bricklink designer program said. I think the scalping in Pokemon is probably worse. And it started with the Nintendo games and then moved to manga, anime, and TCG. Is that drugs? That was all in the 90s. Each new Nintendo game would start more interest in each of the other venues. Then a nostalgic card set and Pokemon Go started a resurgence. Then in COVID, it saw a similar popularity like Lego. Recently, a new set and a new TCG phone app has people going crazy. Pokemon is one of the biggest franchises, period. I have several mega sets, mostly small, buildable figures, but I still build the Pokedex. It is one of the themes that many AFoOLs have not dared dream of because megas seem to have their lock on it. I'm excited to see what they do, though.
I think, I'm trying to look up what TCG is. Trading card game.
Oh.
I think it seems like the Pokemon franchise just keeps enough going. They keep reinventing them. I don't know if they're reinventing themselves, but they keep adding new, different, the different games, the cards. It seems like there are enough places to keep the interest up and going. So,
do you know I played a pirated game that was card based?
A pirated card game.
So this is like before household video games were popular. So there was I wish I could remember what it was called. It was a basketball game. So that you had a stack of cards, and each you and your opponent, you got your stack of cards, and you built your team. You based it, and you had ratings that were based on what their field goal percentages and all that was in real life. So you had real players. You kind of draft your team, and then you play the cards, and it had all these different numbers on there, and then you had to calculate, roll your dice, and what you roll based on their thing. It's kind of like it's like a role playing game, but it was basketball.
Okay.
And you would play quarters, like you play the first quarter, and then it'll tell you if you scored based on whatever you rolled on your dice, but the game was expensive. So somebody had it, and we made. I don't know how we did it. It was we made copies of it, so we could play with. Made our own board and everything. I played a pirated basketball game.
That's funny.
Pasta Jensen at 2654 says, first time I heard about Bluey was this podcast. Wow. When Jason referred to it. I'm actually looking forward to Bluey, and I've never watched 1 second of it.
Really?
And I'm looking forward to the Duplo sets because I'm wanting to start watching it.
The Duplo sets actually look better to me than the regular Lego sets. I showed it to Dakota, and Dakota's big Duplo or Bluey fan, and he looked at those and he's like, "Nah."
Yeah,
I think it's littler. I think smaller kids.
I'm. It's like with my grandson, and like I can't stand like what they do with Thomas the Tank Engine.
Right.
The Thomas and Friend or whatever is All Engines Go. It's so cartoonized, but he likes the little. He doesn't watch the show, but he likes the little characters that I get. So it's his age group, and Dakota's outgrown that. Says, you guys kill me. Oh, this is also Pasta Jensen. My Bismillah comment was a play on Joey's excellent joke using Queen songs, Under Pressure and Bohemian Rhapsody in episode 121. Oh, yeah. I did do it. Didn't I do a Queen outro on that one? Did Joey have an earth? Wait a minute. Did I lose Joey? Oh, no. I have lost Joey. Joey, I hope you're okay. I'm going to have to text Joey. Oh, no. Is this still recording? I'm texting now. It says I'm recording. Our viewership is tanking right now. Joey's not here. He's the glue that keeps this show going because I don't know how to do anything. Either his power went out, the tornado hit, or his power went out. I think his power went out. And I wasn't done reading the comments. We only got a few more comments. What I'm going to do, I texted Joey to see if he's okay. I'm going to read a couple more comments. Pasta Jensen says, did Jebo forget his glasses? And thanks for the double outro. Oddball EX says, I heard there's a nifty solution to that problem. It's called the YouTube Premium. And I think he's talking about the ads. And Sonia Holcomb says, was this an extra episode? I thought there was an off week. I must be behind. Man, 2 weeks goes by fast. Okay, yeah, he lost. He says he will be back. He will return. Michael Elwell says the Pick-a-Brick standard parts was shut down for Christmas 2024, as mentioned by Javinder, but there were additional delay in orders. Many orders placed in October didn't arrive in the USA until late January, early February 2025. I had an order that was caught up in the mess over 60 days for order to delivery. This was due to Lego upgrading the inventory system, and it didn't go as planned. Shocking. I can't believe that.
Shocking.
Yeah. Is he back? Is he back? I read a couple of comments while you were
That's
gone.
Fine. Yeah. Am I back? Oh, no. Am I not back?
I don't know. Let me see. You're back. Okay. You're back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. I said either the power went out, you got hit by a tornado. So
no, it was power, and it got everything. My cell phone still is hum.
Oh.
So I'm not
sure. Your Wi-Fi came back on already?
Yeah, the house just blinked. I mean, the whole house went dark. So I had to wait for the computer to reboot, and the whole time I'm trying to get back on with my phone. Oh, and it's so I think our cell service is down, although it says, but I can't get anything on my phone right now.
Is it trying to connect to your Wi-Fi in your house?
I know, okay. Yeah. It shouldn't be. No, it's off. Wi-Fi is off.
Okay.
So I don't know.
You're back. I'm glad you're okay. So we're up to Alex Nunez.
Alex's. Oh, let's see. Where are we at? We're getting close to
You're getting close to the end here.
Yeah. Okay.
He says, I'm commenting very late. I read the other comments while you were gone.
That's fine. No, that's fine.
He says, I'm commenting very late to see if my comment still gets promoted to the top. It might be related to the fact that I belong to a top 10 podcast.
Top 10.
But not sure. Earl, you said Trekkie instead of Trekker. You better watch it. Yeah, we don't want people calling you a Trekker.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know which way. Does Earl sort them and scroll down? Because I'm scrolling up.
I'm scrolling up. So I'm noticing mine are going the wrong way too. Okay, yeah. So your next one should be Blockhead, Kaz.
Yeah, Blockhead UK.
Yep.
Another great one, folks. Says, as for the 90s nostalgia vote, mine would definitely go to Wallace and Gromit. I have loved their antics since I first saw A Grand Day Out. Mr. Bean is not for me.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm going to cry. She says, I absolutely loved Rowan Atkinson as Blackadder. And his stand-up, which I saw as a student in the late 80s, was one of the funniest shows I've ever seen, but I could not get into the silly slapstick of Bean.
Yeah.
As for the Marmite that Jason was waving about at the end, Alex's reaction is going to be hilarious. I'm a Brit who was brought up on the stuff and have been eating it since I was a small child, and I still love it. But I remember my German pen friend came to visit when I was a teenager and tasted some, and she was absolutely horrified. I think she was expecting chocolate spread.
Oh, ooh, that would be a jolt.
How can you like Blackadder and not like Mr. Bean? They're basically the same thing. Actually, Blackadder actually is a lot more talking. Mr. Bean's more silent slapstick. Yeah. So yeah. What food item that can you think of? Maybe this is for a comment, but that you might love, or snack or something that you make that you love, that other people will be like, ugh, from they're coming from another area of the country, another country, or whatever. Because so I got a couple of things. My grandmother made what's that? It's like a pie, but it's
shepherd's pie.
No, but it's a dessert.
Oh,
fruitcake.
Oh, okay.
Fruitcake. She made fruitcake, and I always heard bad things about fruitcake. And she had made me a fruitcake. It was many years ago when my grandmother was still alive, and she gave us a fruitcake, and I'm like, oh, thank you, and took it home. And later, I told my mom that my grandmother given us this fruitcake, and she's like, "You better eat it." And I'm like, "Okay." So we reluctantly ate it. It was the best thing ever.
Really?
And I had the same experience with squash pie.
Never heard of that.
And the other thing is zucchini bread.
Yeah, we have that around here too.
So 3 things I was reluctant to even try that were just awesome. Because of the name of it. It's like a kid not eating something green because it's green.
It says green. Me and Heather eat a lot of. I know it's a British. I don't think we make it the way they do in Britain, but we call it, and I don't know why, it's bangers and mash, but it's sausage and potatoes.
That's good.
Sauerkraut. Oh, it's really good.
Yeah, I had some of that. Yeah.
And everybody tells me I make my deviled eggs wrong, but yet they always get eaten because I put sugar in them. My sister actually says they don't go on the dinner table; they go on the dessert table.
Because you got the sugar
in them.
Yeah. Yeah. Merlin J. Nurick says, just wanted to mention again how fantastic it is to see these episodes without ads in it.
You're welcome. Yep.
Mimi Don Do Lego says, I haven't seen any of the standard part order limits. Maybe they've done away with them since they've been fully operational. They actually ship 2 standard orders much faster than their advertised service time. I'm really impressed. Hopefully it continues. As for the Fantasy Retro phone set, I have at least 4 other suggested channels promoting it other than Jason and Jabbo. Seems like they really pushed it to their other influencers who they don't pay. I'm a little perturbed right now.
I bet. How many other people do you think have negotiated a pay deal like that?
I haven't spoken to. There's only one other person that's done fantasy reviews other than Jason that I've actually talked to, and he got paid.
Okay,
but that was a long time ago. But yeah, these lower level influencers like us, I don't know. They've had so many shakeups. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I didn't get that. I will never. Well, I shouldn't say never. I shouldn't have done the second video without getting paid for the first one.
Right.
When I only agreed if I got paid. And this is after dozens of times of them trying to get me to make videos.
Right.
And I stand by everything I said in the videos. It doesn't change anything I said, but it is kind of like, and then I don't know, this thing with Fick and Bricks, him reaching out to him, and they don't even want to send them the sets, I guess.
It sounds like it, yeah. Because, I mean, that's what Jason's doing. I don't think Jason's getting paid.
No, he's not getting paid. He's just getting the sets, which is fine.
Sure. That's what the land does.
Yeah.
So,
but for me to, I just told him, I said, I don't have the time to do it. They'd reach out to me. I said, I don't have time to do it. And then they'd reach out to me again. I don't have time to do it. And they offer me They offered me a very low amount, and I countered with a higher amount, and they said no. And then they came back with a higher amount later, and I said, okay, I'll do it for that. And then they didn't pay me.
So they came back with a lower amount.
Yeah, I still get the same that all the Jason got. So,
yeah,
which is, I'll take him out, take a baseball bat to him one day or something. I don't know.
Woo!
If I don't get paid, I will.
Right. Yeah.
Robert Glass 466 says, "You guys are always so fun to listen to, and will always be a top 10 podcast in my book. Again, my deepest sympathies to Jabbo and his family. Thank you, Robert." Says Joey, "I think you may be talking about my order with the random 2 light gray pieces. But no worries, I knew what parts I was ordering. Those 2 in particular are for a solar power transporter I'm piecing together."
Ah.
So you were stressed over nothing.
I was stressed over nothing, yeah.
So I believe Earl got the set a few months back. Keep up the great work, guys.
Well, thanks for the order. Thanks for watching. Yeah. And I'm glad you got the right color pieces.
I see Shy finally did another episode of his podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's a top 40 to 50 podcast too. He's right there with us.
Well, I just need to make my own blog. Like, that's all it is. And put top podcasts on it.
Right.
Yeah,
so here's something funny. If you look up, how did I do this? If you go to YouTube and let me see if I can do this. I'm gonna have to get off the comments. And I look up Lego podcast. Okay. And scroll down. And that's not it. That was one of the episodes. It's changed. See, that's the thing. I noticed that if I look up Lego podcast, depending on, that's not right. At any rate, if I look it up like on this account, my BrickTrains account versus like my Joey account, or if Heather looks it up, we get different answers, right? So they don't get a consistent list of things that match Lego podcast. Okay, at any rate, when I looked up Lego podcast, I'm assuming on my BrickTrains because my Joey one doesn't do it. It brought up the AFoOL podcast. Great. We're like up in there somewhere and really cool. And I no big deal. I went on about my business, and then I was going to put it in the show notes or something. And I went back to verify that, and I was looking at my other ones to see, is it really different? And I noticed that the AFoOL podcast that YouTube served me was your playlist for the AFoOL podcast, which is at least 2 episodes behind.
Oh yeah.
I was like, wait, what? That's that's cool. I mean, because it still gets the same views no matter what.
It's all your views. It's all
So
1 or 2 videos that Earl and I made.
But it was interesting to me that it was your channel's playlist that brought that up.
Wow.
Versus over the source one, which again doesn't matter. It's not an issue, but I just thought I found it interesting. Now, I just looked up on my Joey one, it doesn't even show up. There's 1 episode that shows up, but the actual podcast itself, I am hundreds down. A lot of SOS. There's Brick by Brick finally showed up. So there's breaking news finally. More SOS. There's Jason on SOS. I get lots of different results. It's very. I know that's what YouTube says. They don't serve. How do they call it? They don't push, you pull. So that's just a special way of saying inconsistent.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, I wish there were more podcasts like Breaking News.
Sure.
I like that. I like their format. I like the banter. I like the self-effacing humor. Like, make fun of yourself.
Right.
I don't like fake. I don't like unnecessarily over the top. So I'm just a boring old man, Joey.
I'm right there with you, brother.
It's funny. I only got a couple more comments to go, but the YouTube has gotten so much better. Like I'd get kind of annoyed because they'd recommend me stuff I didn't want to watch because it was like, but they've done a pretty good job because I stuck my guns to not using the suggested, and I would strict to only subscribed, like when I'm searching stuff, or I would literally go straight to the channel, like to find a video I wanted to watch. And they've gotten a lot better at not recommending me stuff I don't really want to watch. And now even when I go to the suggested, it's.
I was gonna say, is it getting better for the suggested? Because my suggested is all over the map.
No, I can tell you that there's people I forgot that they still make videos. It's like that are probably like some of the biggest content creators.
Well,
I don't get suggested their video. Where there's ones I would get suggested. I was like, I've not watched one of their videos in like years. Stop suggesting. And now they don't. So
I'm subscribed to Alex, but I'm not subscribed to Jang. Okay.
Yeah.
But if I were to look for a set that both of them reviewed, I may not get Alex's channel as a suggestion.
Yeah.
And but I may get Jang's. I didn't do no side-by-side testing, but I don't get a lot of Jang suggestions, and I only see a lot. Alex's stuff seems to only come up in my subscribed list, right? Things and videos. So I don't know. I think search. I don't know. YouTube is not Google as far as if you go to search for something. Here's another thing too. Google is very dependent on what you want. I'm getting off a tangent. It thinks what you think it wants you to find, not what I want. Something obscure that I don't know anything about, right? If I'm looking up something weird and it's like, oh, I want to know what I don't know. Don't show me things that I've already been to and looked at. I was like, I've been there. I know that. Show me something new. I don't know.
That's what you need on YouTube. You don't. It's like Ryan George has 2 videos that are good about both of these things. Like on YouTube, you want to fix your squeaky door, and then you fix your squeaky door, and then all YouTube does is recommend you videos on how to fix a squeaky door. I've done it once. I don't need to do it again. It's like same thing happened when I looked up the video on how to fix my dryer.
Right.
Fix my dryer. And I started getting those videos recommended me. I don't need it. I've already done it.
Right.
But on Google, he's also did a video on Google, but it's like the top searches are the paid ads.
Yes.
And then there's these other that are ads. They're all ads or scams. And it's like, it's gotten harder. Like, I want the real result that I want to actually look at, not all this other garbage.
Right.
But I know Alex likes Ryan George stuff, and he hits it spot on sometimes with his humor. It's just really good.
Yeah.
All right. Wait a minute. Costrapolis brick.
Okay.
Says regarding 1506, so the problem with Pick-a-Brick was that the warehouse in Billund fulfilled standard orders once again, overwhelmed and backlogged, built up for months. Pick-a-Brick standard is now only available in North America since both services were merged into bigger European warehouses in the rest of the world. I don't think it will happen in North America before the U.S. factory opens. Yeah, that's probably right. And then he talks about the limit of 10 on some parts is actually hilarious. I wonder if they fixed that, or is it still like that now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't bought from Pab for a long time.
You know what? Some people have I guess they're used to using it. It's so monotonous for me to go to Pick-a-Brick. I rarely use it.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah, and he also said regarding the 1950 mark, you still have this comment race going with the other podcast, right? Not really. He said Pick-a-Brick walls had no new lots since June 2023. From what I've heard with the Lego group, there was a discussion that if the improvement of online Pick-a-Brick, the walls would still be necessary. So the system was kind of neglected since then. An overhaul lot count available for ordering came close to the number of bins on some walls. Seems that discussion is solved for now, and the walls will get new lots again. I'm very happy about it. It's basically it's basically the only real bulk part option Lego has. New parts hit North America stores 2 weeks ago and European stores today. And he posted that 1 day ago as the time we're filming this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never really got excited about Pick a Brick online or in stores.
To me, I don't know. Okay, we both have Bricklink stores, so we're going to be more Bricklink centric. But it seems like it's the other day I wanted. Okay, Heather's getting ready to do some stuff on her friend's city layout, and I know she's going to do some sidewalks. So I know I need a bunch of 2x2 tiles in light bluish gray, and I needed some to finish some train cars. So I ordered 100 of them, almost 200. I ordered I think it was 175 is what this one seller had. I just ordered everybody. He was the cheapest seller that had them new. I should have probably looked at Pab and seen what they had, and then ordered 1,000 of them if they were a bunch cheaper or whatever. I don't even know what the prices were. Then I could put them in my store and I would have plenty of them but I didn't, because to me it's like I knew right where they were. I just like oh, here, there's 175. Fine, ship them. I had them in 2 days. Done. Right. So I think if you're needing a bunch, like he said, bulk, that option is probably right. Going to the Pab, going directly to them. But
there's nothing like buying 1,000 of this and 1,000 of that and 1,000 of this, and it all comes in one bag.
Yeah.
That's my Pick a Brick experience. I'm like, okay, if I bought 10 of this, 10 of that, okay, I get it. Yeah. I mean, I don't expect them to separate everything, but if you're buying 1,000, that should all be in one bag by itself.
Right. Because it's going to fill the bag anyway. But somehow they mix it all together. Yeah,
they mix them all together.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not in the lug. Do they still either? So we can talk about it then.
Yeah, because we're not part of lug.
They're not supposed to talk about it, but they get a very limited stock that you can buy cheaper.
Right.
And even that, I was like, I don't know.
Well, so
if I could pick all the parts, I'd probably think of something I would want.
So I don't know the real numbers. But the way I understand the way it works is they're given a list. Yeah. Let's say 1,000 parts. Here's the 1,000 parts and their associated colors that you can order. And then that's taken to the lug. And then my understanding is the lug,
they vote on it basically.
Yeah. And maybe they can only pick 200 parts out of that.
Yeah.
So then you have
I don't think it's that many.
I don't know what the numbers are, but it sounds like it's a really great program, and it is. And if you're working on a big collab, which I think is what Lego really wants you to be doing, then it's probably a good way of getting a lot of parts to build a great big collab or whatever. But for people like me and you, who I may need 100 2x2 light bluish gray tiles right now, but am I going to wait for bulk lug for that? No.
Oh yeah, they have to wait a long time.
Well, it's once a year, right? Yeah. And then I don't know what the shipment time is on it.
Yeah.
So.
But if you're making a train layout and you want to ballast your train tracks, that would be a great way to do it.
It would be, yeah. That would require planning, and I can tell you I don't have planning.
Yeah. And that's why we're the AFoOL podcast, because we don't plan and we don't.
Oh, we don't.
If I knew how to plan, I'm terrible at this.
All right, are we about done?
I don't know. I was probably done an hour ago. Okay. But this is this was a very sad episode because Earl wasn't here.
Yeah, and always. I don't know why. I know Jason and Alex do so good when there's just two of them, and you gave us plenty of heads up that you were not going to be able to make the last one, so we made arrangements for Jason to come in, because I always feel like we've done this for so long as three It always feels different. I mean,
it does feel different.
And this episode's going to feel different. It's, I don't think it's bad, but I don't know.
I have a new respect for Earl reading the comments.
It ain't easy, is it?
Mm-mm.
It ain't easy. No, he does a good job.
I'm sorry I didn't get the giggles.
What did Jabbo say?
All right, so we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
You know what? It's been so long, I forgot what the intro was.
I did too. It's that song about believing.
The monkeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch a couple of monkeys talk about Lego, if you like this for the almost 2.5 hours we were here, thank you for sticking around. Yeah. And be sure to subscribe to all 3 of our channels, even Earl, whose contribution was invaluable to today's episode. And if you didn't like the video, Earl has something to say about that too. So be sure to. I forgot what was I supposed to do in this thing?
Yeah.
Earl, we need you, Earl. If you like this episode, tell your friends. If you didn't, tell your enemies. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another one of these.